Thank you. Hi, everyone. I know most of you in the room, like Julio.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't call him Andrew. I don't.
Yeah.
I call him Julio.
Julio.
Has explained is I am his life coach. Love him to pieces. Happenstance came out for a networking event, and we was chatting it up. Next thing you know, a couple days later, ended up getting a phone call, and that's how we started working together. But I'm gonna back up a little bit and tell y'all a little bit about myself before I speak to y'all about what I came up to speak to y'all about. I know I look about 12 years old, but I am a survivor, overcomer of child abuse, domestic violence, sexual assault, and I lost a child. Needless to say, life was set up against me from conception. My mother was 14 when she got pregnant, 15 when she had me, turned 16 when I was 4 months. She was the youngest of three, absent father. My father's an addict. So just to say, what did I have to look forward to in life? I didn't have much. She was not equipped. My father wasn't around. I was discarded, unloved. The system did not work for me. I grew up in the system. Bounced from placement, family members, you name it, I endured it. But that was only the beginning. That was only the beginning. And a lot of that I share because I'm very transparent, because I can't help nobody if I'm being closed off. I cannot help you get your breakthrough if I'm saying, oh, I'm this picture perfect person. I got it going on. I know this. No. And I share from I've been where you are. I know the road that you're walking. And if you choose, it does get better. It is brighter. There's more. There's greater to life, but you have to make a choice. I was so broken. I was so lost. I was so confused. I was so hurt that I didn't know up from right, down from bottom, in or out. But I woke up one day and I was like, I don't want this life for my children. That's why when you asked me, my children gave me the will to live, because I was asking God to take me out of here. After my daughter died, I was begging him to take me out of here. But thank God he didn't listen to me. Because had he listened to me, I wouldn't be standing here doing what I do. And when you was talking, I'm referring to my previous speaker because there's a lot of things that he said that I teach.
Mm-hmm. Reacting.
You know, we were reacting and not responding. One of the big things that I talked to Julio about is, what is your response? Because what's in you comes out of you. All that brokenness, all that hurt, all that pain, all that anguish. And it surfaces different for everyone. It surfaces in alcoholism, it surfaces in drug addiction, it surfaces in abuse, neglect, and then continue on those cycles. But if you choose to say, I want more, I want better, that's where the beginning is. You don't have to know how to get there. You don't have to know what steps to take. You don't have to know the Z from the B. But what you do have to say is, as of today, what's our saying, Julia?
I choose me.
I choose me.
Everything else is second.
And everything else is second. It sounds very selfish, but if you put it in perspective, it's not. Because you get to determine what goes in that I choose me box. Just because I say I choose me and everything else comes second, what I'm saying is I choose life. I choose love. I choose peace. I choose happiness. I choose joy. I choose my children. I choose to heal. I choose to grow. And I choose to embrace the good, the ugly, and the bad that has shaped me into who I am today. But that second piece of that, if it's coming up against me, I can say no. I can say no, that doesn't go in my box. I don't have time for that. I choose my friends. I choose to have a relationship. The Bible tells us we must love each other. But my love may mean that you're over there. It doesn't mean you have to be in my inner circle. It doesn't mean that I have to do what you want me to do. Because when I allow you to dictate what I do or where I go or how I speak, then that's continuing the cycle of abuse. And that takes your power, for which is a part of my organization. My organization is called Power, Passion, and Purpose. Because during that healing process, you gain your power back. But when you gain that power back, you start tapping into what you're passionate about, because life beats you up, trauma beats you up, people's perception, people's definition of who are you supposed to be dictates. So you start suppressing those things and you don't really live your true authentic self. So as you start walking through that healing process, you start gaining these, oh, I like this. Oh, I really don't like steak. I want to eat shrimp today. But you don't even know this because so many people have told you who and what you are. So while you're going through this healing process, you start tapping into those passions again. And I show people how to incorporate their loves in their everyday life. Like I said, I was a single parent. I didn't have expendable money. We had movie night at home. We had game night at home. I bought my candles. I went to the Dollar Tree and bought these candles and bubble bath, and I had my spa days at home. I learned how to do hair and makeup and incorporate that into my healing process because I had to focus on me. Because if I say I love you, I want it to be genuine. There's no manipulation there. There's no control there. There's no, I'm saying this because I want something from you. It's genuine because I really truly say, how are you doing today? Because I want to know how you're doing. Because at the end of the day, I'm here to edify you. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to uplift you. I'm here to hold space for you. Because see, what happened for me was nobody did that. I had to figure it out by myself. And I know that path. And I choose every day to speak life into those that I'm connected to. That's my purpose. During my healing, God showed me how he covered me and how he kept me and how he protected me and he removed me before I died. How he made sure I knew I was pregnant with my second child before my first child died. Because had I not known I was pregnant, I wouldn't be standing here before you. I was in my first adult relationship that was domestic violence. I was fresh out of sexual assault, fresh out of child abuse. What was there to live for? What was there to live for? The only thing that loved me unconditionally was gone. But had God not made sure I knew I was pregnant, I wouldn't be here. Or I would be an addict. Or I'd be an alcoholic. Which means I still wouldn't be here doing this. And you know, one of the things that I love that me and Julio talk about a lot is, what is your choice? What you do for you affects everything connected to you. Your finances, your relationships, your businesses. Because if you're not loving yourself properly, then you cannot show up 100% for anything or anybody. So, you know, it's just like changing your perspective. I choose to look at the positive no matter what happens. I choose to stand in and on what happened to me and use it as a tool to reach back and help somebody else make it through. It's not easy. It's not, I would never tell anybody healing is easy, but it's necessary to walk in your purpose, to walk in your fullness of who you're meant to be. It's necessary. It's a necessary evil to look in that mirror and say, ouch, that hurt, but I'm taking my power back. I choose to live, to thrive, to grow. I choose to continue to move on. I choose to receive everything in life that is meant for me. I choose to live my best life. I choose to stop cycles. I choose to stop cycles because it's not about us. There's people for you. There's somebody, you are somebody's answer. Somebody is right now at home crying, talking about, I need help with this, I need help with that. And you're their answer, but you're being your own stumbling block because you're not choosing to see life through a different perspective. You know, so for me, I love what I do. I love to show people how to take trauma and transform that and make it a tool and use it actively in their parenting, in their friendships, how they show up for people. I choose to say, no, you have every right to say, I don't want this. You're not held to somebody saying, I got this event going on, you gotta go. No, I don't. Well, I gotta let this person come stay in my house because they're my cousin so-and-so or my uncle so-and-so. No, you don't. Does it fit in your box? Does it fit in your box? I choose me. And everything else comes second. I choose the life that I want to live, and you do as well. How many times are you letting people manipulate and control? Hello, abuse. Hello. It does not have to be physical. How many times do you go to walk out the house and somebody says, where you going? How long you gonna be gone? Oh, you say, I need money to go here. Hello, that's abuse. Let's call it what it is. We are co-laborers in this life. We are to help each other through life. But we are not to manipulate. We are not to mistreat. We are not to misjudge. We are not to pass judgment. See, because we got snapshots. I got a snapshot of you. I've only known you for 5 minutes, but I'm not here to pass judgment because I don't know your history. I only know what you shared. But how many times have you walked in a room and been misunderstood because somebody automatically looked at you and said, oh, they dress nice, so they must be. Or they talk very well, they must be. But we don't know what they're going home to. We don't know if they're living in their car. When we walk past a homeless person, we don't know their story. When we walk past somebody on drugs, we don't know their story. And are you being kind? Are you being gentle? Are we thinking outside of ourselves? So I'm gonna leave you guys with that question. How are you showing up? How are you showing up? And representing not just yourself, but all those that are connected to you.